literally, no, just maybe a few seconds. I hope you're having a great day. It's a gloomy day here. I've been busy cutting for my class tomorrow, so I'm prepping the kits for it. I have a lot more coming than normal. I usually have 5, 6. I got 14 coming tomorrow. It was like, holy. Hold on, sorry about that. I was so surprised. Every time I turned around, somebody else was saying, can I come? Can I come? Can I come? And now everything's gonna fall down behind me from the seat. So, but I'm getting there. I have one card left and it's like halfway done. I had to do some finagling with it and all. I don't know. I've got some new things. I went way back again to an old Stampin' Up set. I can't even tell you. The numbers are 145, if that's any indication, because they're way up there now. And a brand new set that I got at Stamp Scrap and Art Tour. And I'm going to do some ink smooshing, and I'm going to show you 2 ways to use it. You know, it's great for making a background, but you can also use it to color your images, and I'm going to show you both ways. Let's see, what else is going on? Not a whole lot. I've just been busy making cards, sharing cards, cutting for class, that type of thing. We had some gorgeous weather yesterday. It was like 71, 72 degrees. And now it's cold and gloomy. And it's going to get cold again. My friends up in Maryland and Virginia are going to get some ice, and even further north, they're having an ice storm with like 1/10 of an inch, which when you think about it, it's not a whole lot, but when you're talking ice, that's pretty bad. That's a lot. So I don't think we're going to get anything. We might get some rain, but that would be it. It's not cold enough for us to get ice down here. I'm trying to think. Oh, I have 2 orders that I got in. So before I get started, I'm going to do an unboxing. So let me take and flip this around and we'll do the first unboxing. All right. So give me a minute. Let's see. I think it went down. Yes, it did. All right. So the first one I got is from Altenew. And let's see, as you see, I haven't even opened it. I haven't had time to open it. And I thought, oh, I'll do an opening here. I love the way Altenew packages. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. All right, let's see what I got. I got some alcohol markers, the Glacier Caves. I needed some more true blues. I got the Firefly alcohol ink. There's more alcohol ink, I know. The Shadow Creek. These are alcohol markers that I have. Mountain Pine and Grass Fields. I think it's the Grass Fields that these go with. So there's that. Oh, I got a little freebie. That's a pretty little, oh no, maybe I ordered this. This is Sunshine Bloom. Did I order this? I may have. Yes, I ordered it. I didn't even remember that I had. But that's a pretty little bloom, and it's got a die to cut it out. I thought you could do so much with that. And then I got some, this is the Mix and Match Mariposa die, and these are butterflies. I wanted some more butterflies, some simple ones, smaller ones. And then they always send a happy little card. Usually, yeah, they have a an image on there that you can take and use your alcohol markers and color and then cut it out and make a card. So fun. And oh, I got some codes this time. 5% off my next order by scanning the QR code. sometimes they do that, and sometimes they do other stuff. So that's all I got from Altenew. The next one I got, and I'm excited about this one. This is one of the papers I'm going to use in my classes, and I think this one's going to be next month. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera. Let me go this way with it. They tape it up so good. All right, now, let's see. Well, after all that, it took me a while to find this paper. I'm getting to the point where I have to order my paper a couple of months ahead of time, and I just have to order for everybody. And if I have any left, I'll just make kits to sell, because I just take a chance. I can't get it if I don't. So, all right. Now, this side's taped. Goodness gracious. I can't complain, because at least I know that my corners won't be smushed. Okay, that's it. And got it in a nice padded envelope with some other ones. This is a set of papers from, I'm gonna cut it here, Uniquely Creative. I love their papers for, I get their kit every month, but I love their papers for various reasons. It's just gorgeous. And they packaged it up so nicely. I have never ordered from this company before. This is Scrapbook and Memories, but I had to get it from them because they're the only ones that had it. So this is the Willow and Grace. And let me open it so I can show you. This is all about dogs and cats. Well, we're not doing dogs and cats. I can tell you that right now. But this is, let's see. I'm going to pull it out so we can see. All right. So this is one page. All right. And then there's the back side. This is the same page. I got to remember that. Here's another one. And then there's the back side. Now this one is a big image, but I'm thinking I might be able to do some creative cutting and use it. Oh, there's the back side of that one. Oh, that's pretty. All right. Getting a mess over here. There's that. Oh, look at the back of that. I'm loving the blue, the tan, and the greens. Ooh, look at this. That little kitty cat peeking out there. All right. And there's the back side. So there's going to be a lot of plain paper I can do some things with. Now, these are what they call 3x4 cards. And you can cut these out. You can make tags with them. And they do decorate the back, polka dots. All right, here's another cut apart sheet. All right. And there's the back of that one. So they've got some little hints on here. So I'll be able to do, and then there's that piece. And then there was this piece that's another cut apart sheet. They say use with essential dyes 2 and 7, probably to cut out this. I've ordered one of the dyes. So, but that's the paper we're using. So that's what I got. I love Uniquely Creative. Their stuff is more muted. It's not real bright, although they've had some at Christmas time that was bright. All right. As I stated in the beginning, we're going to do some ink smushing. And I'm looking for, all right, I'm going to need a block. I'm going to need a piece of acetate, some water, and some ink. And I'm going to use Island Indigo, Flirty Flamingo, and Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to start with, is that the one I wanted to start with? Okay, well, we're going to do it backwards because I have it. I took the Beautiful Day and this butterfly and stamped it on here. Now, because I'm using water, I am using VersaFine pigment ink. It says an instant dry pigment ink, but I did hit it with my heat tool when I stamped this a while ago. I didn't want you to see me doing this because I had to stamp it several times to get it to come out. When you use watercolor paper, you have to stamp it a couple of times. So we've got that done. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Flirty Flamingo and I'm going to put it down on my block. I'm going to move this over. I'm going to hit it with some water and I'm going to use my acetate to pick it up. And I'm basically coloring it, but I'm not, I'm not being particular about it. I want this, butterflies are colorful, so I'm going to try and make mine colorful. All right, I'm going to take that and dry that off. Now, you cannot put another color in here unless you want it to blend. If you want your colors to stay separate, you have to heat it. So I'm going to pull in my heat tool and I'm going to dry it. It doesn't take long. And you can kind of tilt it. I'm sorry, I wasn't over far enough. Move this around because it's hot on my hand. And you want to make sure it's totally dry. It's not dry in those two spots. Everywhere else it is. So I'm going to make sure those are dry. And you can usually tilt it and see. That one. Okay, so I've got that dry. Now I'm going to take my daffodil and I'm going to do the same thing. Oh darn, this one isn't opened. Let me get my craft knife and very carefully open this. Don't need any accidents on camera. There it goes. All right, I'm going to take and tap my yellow down. Use my spray bottle. And you really want this wet because it'll smear better. And you can tap it around. And I'm going to, you can always use a smaller piece too if you're not certain. And you can use your finger to get it where you want. Like I want more down in here. See, I've got a bunch down here, but that's okay. All right, now I've got to heat it again. And as you see, my pink and my yellow did not blend a whole lot. You also have to be careful if you use what colors you use because you can get brown. You don't want brown. Well, you might if you're doing ground. All right, I still got a couple of spots down here. Now, if you don't want the dots all over, just take and cut it out. You can fussy cut it. All right, let's see. I've got some sparkles here. All right, that's dry. Let me wipe this off. And do this. I was supposed to do the other one first, but I didn't. And then I'm using Island Indigo, which has long since retired. But if you use the My Create ink, you can spray on here also, which will cause it to bleed more. I will probably do that when I, oops, go. All right. Into the next one. I'm trying to see. And see, I'm getting a real fun multicolored butterfly. Let me get some down in here a little on each side. And you have to play with it and find what works best for you. I found by using my finger, I could take and smoosh it better so I get some more coverage. So it just depends on what you want. I'm going to dry this. I'm done. I'm not going to add any more. But I'm going to dry it some just so it doesn't, when I pick it up and move it around, it doesn't drip and go everywhere. So there's one ink smooshing idea. I mean, that's a pretty butterfly. And like I said, fussy cut it if you don't want all the other pieces around it. But, you know, I think it's fine. And depending on how much water you use will determine what it looks like. All right, now, the first way, which is usually the easiest, is to take a plain piece of cardstock. Now, not cardstock, watercolor paper. My watercolor paper has two sides, a smooth side and a rough side. I'm using the smooth side because I like the smooth side. And this time I'm going to use Daffodil, Shaded Spruce, and this is Petunia Pop. So the first thing I'm going to start with is my Shaded Spruce. All right. And I'm going to and this time I will spray my paper so you can see the difference that you get. All right, so see that? And I'm going to leave that because I'm headed in a certain direction with this. So now I'm going to dry this. And I'm not cleaning everything up because what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this. And then I'm going to come back in and add more. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to add some more of this, but I'm not going to wet it. And see, I can pull it, I can do whatever I want with it. And this is how I get depth. All right, let's spray it. All right. And I'm going to dry this one. You can blow it around, get different looks. Oh, and I put my Misty away, and I'm going to need it. All right, I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to clean this up because I'm going to switch colors. And if you don't have acetate, on your stamp sets, you get a piece of acetate. So just hold on to it, you know, and you can use that. You can always use it, wash it, and put it back on there. So, all right, now I'm going to come in with my daffodil. All right, and I'm going to spritz it. And I'm going to add this in. Oh, look at that. I'm getting some green up at the top. And I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want a whole lot. I'm going to add a little bit in there. And I'm going to pull it that way. Let me dry it. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not drying that. All right. And I'm going to show you something else you can do. I want to make sure this is good and dry. I've still got quite a bit of water on there. I'm tilting it so I can see it in the light. Get it back this way. If it curls, do the back and it'll flatten it. All right, now I've got that. If you have, and I'm gonna get it, if you have pieces of watercolor paper left, use it and pick up the color that's here before you get rid of it. And then you can take and punch out flowers from it, die cut flowers. There might have been some green somewhere, but it worked out. All right, now my petunia pop. All right, there's that. And I'm gonna spray that and add some water there. And I went for some spring colors with this. All right, I think I'm going to leave it at that. So let me dry this, and I'm going to dry this piece too, because I can add some petunia pop to that. All right. See, and I'm going to leave that. But I am going to dry this because I'm going to stamp on it. And this you do not have to use special ink because it's already dry. Okay, so there's that. Now, let me clean this up. Now I'm going to grab my, and so you can reuse this, the acetate. Right, I'm going to grab my Misty. I'm going to take this piece and leave it on here. I'll move this out of the way and this out of the way. You need a large block. You can also use a glass mat to do this on. You can even do it on one of these. This one is the Ranger one. I would suggest you get one that has, that's really good. I have one that was somebody else recommended a long time ago, and I don't like it. It doesn't, it takes an, it's not waterproof. It sinks down the ink and all. I did flowers for my class. We're doing frosted flowers and we're doing different techniques with it. And I had it on here and I had that mat down. The ink went all the way through. All right, I forgot my other magnet. I have the two circle ones, but this one is really strong. I got that on Amazon. Just be careful because when these things go together, ooh, they can pinch and hurt. Now, I don't know. All right. This stamp is one I got at the Stamp, Scrap, and Art Tour, and it's called Contemporary Floral, and it had all of these pieces all around. Well, I talked to the owner, who I have known for a long time, and she took the stamp home, and she has a jigsaw or some kind of bandsaw, something, and she cut the pieces out for me. And I'm gonna move that up so it doesn't interfere. I'm gonna put this one here. I'm gonna move this one down here, and then I can do this, and then I can go in, and she put the pieces in there. I can go in and add the pieces in if I want it, but I think I'm going to just do this, and I'm going to use my Memento ink. Now, I learned something the other day that I did not know. Someone said, and I'm guilty of it because that's what I do, said that when you do this, you shouldn't push hard. You should just lightly push on it, and you're supposed to do it a lot of times to build up the ink. And the reason being, when you push, and I'm just kind of lightly pushing, you spread the image, you know, the piece that's cut up for the image, and you get a fatter line than you should have. So a tip for today. Now, what I did do with the butterfly is I couldn't get it in certain spots, so I just did press harder. All right. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. I just have to get my flowers. That one needs to be done. That one needs to be done. That one needs to be done. Oh, wow. I think I need the big one again. And you know, you just kind of look at it and keep going with it if you need to, till you get it. Still that middle one. There's always one, isn't there? Might be my ink pad too. I might need to ink it. You know what? That is still the only one. I'm going to try one more time and see if I can't get it. I'm pressing really hard there. Got it. All right, let me get that one. I'm going to do one at a time. I'm pressing hard with the ink pad and then hard with my wrist. There we go. Now I got it. Yes. All right. This is from Technique Junkies. Sadly, she's going out of business. She's been doing it a long time. When I first started stamping over 20 years ago, I used to get her newsletter. She did a Technique Junkie newsletter, and I signed up and got several. She had a website that had all kinds of techniques and all on it. It was fabulous. So many things. She put a lot of them on DVDs, which I have, and I had to put the DVDs on a stick because most computers don't have DVDs anymore. All right, so there's the two cards, and let's see. I think I'm going to cut this down some because I think it's way too big. And I'm going to mount it on, let's see. I'm going to go from the bottom. Let's try 5. Oh, and my... And then this needs to be 3 3/4. So I'm going to take almost all of it from this side. And then one little piece from here. There. All right, so I've got that. It's still too tall at the top. Let me take it down. All right, that's better. It just looks more in line with the image. Now let me get a piece of Flirty Flamingo. I got to remember to grab the right color, because the other day I was using a color and I kept calling it Calypso Coral and it was Flirty Flamingo. It was like, I can't believe I did that. Well, darn, those are full panels, full cards. And that's scored. Let me get another sheet. I am slowly using up my Stampin' Up! Colors. So I'm on the lookout for other companies that have, let's see, I need 5 1/4, which is there. I may have to cut this down some by 4. All right. And did you know that watercolor paper may say it's white, but it's not true white? Ooh. There we go. All right, move this out the way. I'll take and because this is used water on it, it's curled. So I'm going to take my double-sided tape and put it down. All right, because that'll help hold it in place. That one turned out really pretty. So I probably could have done less green, but that's okay. My suggestion, if you're going to do something like this one, see how high up to go with your green. I did the green at the base because of the stems. See, I could have done green like that and then done the other colors, but you know, it's the first time playing, so there's always a learning curve. So I do the learning and then share it with you so you don't waste your supplies. Now, where's my pokey tool? Right here. And I'm going to take my backs off. All right. And I'm burnishing these down so that they don't come off, because if you don't, you'll lift it off your paper. And I've tried using this with watercolor paper with vanilla piece there. It still doesn't look right. It's the one lady I watch, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move it up some and trim the bottom. The one lady I watch that uses watercolor paper a lot, she makes her cards out of watercolor paper. So, all right, I'm going to come this way with it. And I'm going to trim off, let's see that. I'm going to trim off just a little bit. That's better. It's just 1/8 of an inch, so to speak, but it doesn't look as noticeable. All right, I'm going to trim this one down because this side should be like the edge of the paper. So I'm going to put it in like so. All right, there. It wasn't dry. Oh my gosh. I did not notice that. Oh, well, there you go. Oh. I am so mad. Look at that. All right, let me hit it with the heat tool. This was such a pretty card and I messed it up. I guess it's because I did so many layers. All right. Well, dang. Let's trim the base off here some. Come on. I'll trim it with my scissors. I was afraid if I tried anything else, it wouldn't. There. And I think I'll take a little bit more off the top. I don't want to put any more ink where it shouldn't be. Well, I'm going to do what I did with the other one. Put it in and pull it back. All right, just make sure it's up against that piece. I don't usually use my trimmer. I usually use my guillotine. I am so mad. That was such a pretty card. Darn. All right, let's see. Do I want that on shaded spruce? Let me see. Nah. It's all right, but it's not the best. Let's see about daffodil. And where's my daffodil paper? Over here. Because I needed it for class. So, look at that. Whew, I got a dirty finger. It's all right. Let's try the Flirty Flamingo. I just put that on the stamp set. Not my day. Come on, here's my piece of Flirty Flamingo that I had. Here it is. I don't like that either. You know what? I'm going to try black. All right, now. Well, that one won't work. Let's see. Oh, I like the black. Let me cut this down. All right. And I just did the regular size. I like that black. Now I might have to trim it some more, but let me add some. Let me make sure there's no black on here from when I put ink on that other one. I have black everywhere. Oh well, one of those things. I'll find a sentiment or something to put over top of it to hide it. Okay, let me do this. And I'm going to grab a white card base real quick. I won't spend time putting it together on here. I'll put them together and then I always post them on my blog. It's usually the next week that I do it. And you can see what it looks like then. But at least you get to see what the layer is going to look like. But I will grab a white piece to show you how, and a vanilla piece, so just to show you that it's not white and it's not vanilla. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, here we go. I'm going to move this down some. There. All right, I will cut that down, but let me get the white and the vanilla, and I can show you what I mean. Okay, here's the white, and see, it's not white. And here's the vanilla. So it's not vanilla either. It's in between the two. That one doesn't look bad on there, so I'll probably put it on the white. This one doesn't look bad on here because of the way I did the white yellow, so I'll put it on there. So those are going to be my card bases, and I'll add some other things in there. All right, let me get ready. Turn this around so that you can get on with your day, and I can go get my hands cleaned up before I finish my kits. All right, close your eyes. I'll let you know when to open. At least this one doesn't scream at me. Okay, you can open your eyes like it does on Facebook when you change it. It says, you can't do that. So, all right. Thanks for coming in, ladies. I hope you learned something. If anything, you got a good laugh because of the mess. But as usual, I make the mistakes so you don't have to. All right. You guys have a great afternoon. I will be live Saturday morning on my Facebook page at 10:30 in the morning. Don't know what I'm doing yet, but join me if you can. Have a fabulous afternoon. Stay dry, stay warm wherever you are. And I hope to see you Saturday, if not next Wednesday. Bye.